Hello again. I spoke the other day about home education, a topic of very limited interest to most people. And let's face it, most home educators are a bit weird, and there are not all that many of them. The government is uneasy about people teaching their own children. There's no telling what they might be filling those young heads with. And so next week, an attempt will be made to get a law through which will, in a quickly added clause, try to control and regulate the practice. What most people fail to realise is that this will not only affect home educating parents, it will fundamentally alter the power of the state over all children in the country, and parents will no longer be regarded as their children's primary guardians. This will make a very serious difference to every single parent in Britain. Whether it's a deliberate power grab by the government or if it's just a side effect of the new legislation, I wouldn't like to say. Let me explain the clear and present danger which this poses to every parent in this country. At the moment, the law is very plain. It is that parents are responsible for their children's well-being and education. The assumption is that parents have the best interest of their children at heart, and so the state only intervenes where necessary. As regards education, Section 7 of the 1996 Education Act says unambiguously, under the heading of Duty of Parents to Secure Education of Children of Compulsory School Age, that the parent of every child of compulsory school age shall cause him to receive efficient, full-time education suitable to his age, ability and aptitude and to any special educational needs or additional learning needs he may have either by regular attendance at school or otherwise. It is the duty of parents, you see, to ensure that their child receives an efficient education. The parents, not the state. Following the case of Sarah Sharif, a clause in the Children's Wellbeing and Schools Bill, due to begin its passage through the Commons tomorrow, will impose a legal duty on the state to register all children and check that they are receiving an efficient full-time education. No more trusting parents to fulfil that duty. That will all be swept away. According to this new law, the government will take over that duty and have the authority to investigate the education of every child and check that he or she is being properly educated according to what the state thinks is a suitable education. Parents will no longer be trusted to decide what constitutes such an education. It will have to be checked and certified by an employee of the state as being of the correct type. So it was that when my own child was small, I neither sent her to school, nor did I tell anybody that I wasn't going to do so. It was nobody else's business. I had a duty in law to see that she received an efficient full-time education, and so I fulfilled that duty without reference to the state. That's all finished once this new law passes. Parents will have a legal duty to notify the government what they're doing about education. They will have a legal duty to cooperate with the state and allow the state to enter their home and inspect their home and check out what they're planning to teach their children and so on. I hope the viewers understand that this affects every parent. Their duty to see that their child has an education will vanish, and it will become the responsibility of the state to decide about the type and nature of any education provided. The state will also be able to say if they don't think an education is the right sort and make parents change the education or send them to a school that the state decides the child should attend instead. The state has become guardian of the child. In the description to this video, I'll give a couple of links to the matters which I've been discussing here.